There are times in life when a small moment can change everything. For fans of Zhang Linghe and Zhao Jinmai, that moment came when Linghe unhesitatingly showed his courage in front of Jinmai. There were no grand words, no open declarations of love, but there was a gaze so deep, so meaningful, that it left an impression on everyone who saw it. To some, this may have been just a casual interaction. However, to those who paid close attention, this moment was like a secret code, only understandable to hearts that had been waiting for the answer for a long time. Zhang Linghe is not known as someone who seeks attention. She is calm, elegant, and tends to carry herself with grace. However, what happened in front of Zhao Jinmai surprised many people. With steady steps, a firm gaze, and an expression full of confidence, Linghe seemed to want to prove that he was capable of being different. Fans who have followed his career know that this attitude is rarely seen. And precisely because of that, the courage he showed in front of Jinmai felt so special. Many commented on social media, "Linghe has never looked at anyone like that before. That gaze was only for Jinmai." The eyes are the windows to the soul, and this moment proved it. Zhang Linghe's gaze at Zhao Jinmai was truly different. It was not just a polite gaze between colleagues. There was something deep, a secret he was trying to hide, but ended up revealing. His eyes seemed to whisper, "I'm here. I see you. And only you." On the other hand, Zhao Jinmai seemed to be trying to keep his expression calm. But who can lie with body language? The small smile that appeared on his face, the slight awkward movement of his hands, and the glance that momentarily looked away but then returned to Linghe. All of these showed that his heart was also trembling. Fans immediately picked up on these signals. Twitter, Weibo, and community forums were flooded with comments such as, "Why did that gaze feel so real? I can feel their chemistry, even just from their eyes. This isn't acting, it's real." For those who had been following them from the beginning, the interaction between Zhang Linghe and Zhao Jinmai had always been special. Even when they were in a formal setting, there was something indescribable, a natural chemistry that just appeared. This moment further reinforced all the speculation. Linghe's bold gaze and Jinmai's response, which couldn't completely hide his nervousness, made many people believe that there was something deeper behind their relationship. Is this love growing quietly? Or is it just a close friendship that happens to feel so intense? Fans don't care. All they know is that they are witnessing something so sincere and beautiful. If we look deeper, Zhang Linghe's courage in that moment was not just a spontaneous act. There was a hidden message behind it. It was as if he wanted to show the world that there was a side of him that only appeared when Zhao Jinmai was around. And isn't that what distinguishes ordinary feelings from special ones? Because often, a person's courage does not arise because of the situation, but because there's a certain person who makes them brave. Many fans noticed the small details in Zhao Jinmai's expression when he received Linghe's gaze. Although he is known to be professional and good at controlling himself, there was a flash of emotion that he couldn't hide. His slightly flushed cheeks, the slight smile that appeared without being asked, and his eyes that trembled for a moment before he looked away, all became the subject of analysis by fans. Someone even wrote on a forum, "Zhao Jinmai looks like a girl who is trying hard to stay calm, but she has actually been defeated by Linghe's gaze." Unsurprisingly, social media suddenly went crazy. A short clip of the moment went viral, viewed millions of times in just a matter of hours. Fans made video edits with romantic music, added slow motion to Linghe's gaze, and flooded the comments with emotional sentences. Some of the fans' comments that caught our attention. "If this isn't love, I don't know what love is anymore. They really have their own world. There's no one else around them. I think this is the beginning of something big." When compared to their interactions at the beginning of their careers, it's clear that there has been a big change. In the past, Linghe often kept her distance, presenting herself politely, without much personal expression. Jinmai also appeared more formal, maintaining boundaries between colleagues. But now, those boundaries seem to have faded. There is a growing closeness, a chemistry that is too strong to ignore. Many fans believe that their long journey together on various projects has formed a bond that is more than just a professional relationship. The most captivating thing is how this moment creates a small world just for the two of them. Even though they are surrounded by many people, even though the cameras are pointing in all directions, Linghe and Jinmai seem to be lost in their own gaze. That's what makes fans so touched. Because love, or whatever that feeling is often seen when two people can create a private space in the midst of a crowd. In an instant, the crowd around them seemed to disappear. The noise of the audience, the glare of the camera lights, even the presence of other people no longer mattered. All that remained were Linghe and Jinmai, two people immersed in wordless communication. That small world was fragile, yet strong, because it was built on mutual understanding. Many fans describe the moment as a scene from a romantic movie, where time stops just to give the two main characters a chance to share their feelings. There is a deep silence, but it is precisely that silence that speaks the loudest. They don't need long dialogues. Just one glance is enough to make everything feel real. And that is where the magic lies. The world they created is not an imaginary world, but a real world that everyone can see, yet only those with sensitive hearts can truly feel. The fans who witnessed it were also swept away, as if they too had entered that secret space, a space where love is stored, grows, and slowly becomes clearer. In the end, what Zhang Linghe showed was not just courage in public. It was courage of the heart, the courage to show feelings that are difficult to express in words, the courage to look without fear, and the courage to let the world guess. Zhao Jinmai may not have responded openly, but his body language was enough to give clues. And for fans, this moment was a gift, a small fragment of a big story that may be growing quietly. That secret gaze has now become a small legend among fans, saved, replayed, and used as proof that sometimes love does not need to be announced with words. All it takes is one act of courage, one glance, and the world understands. So, in your opinion, was Zhang Linghe's glance at Zhao Jinmai just a casual gesture? Or was it truly a bold sign of love he dared to show?